What is going on, everybody? For those who don't know, I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. This will be the last Sixers video of the year when we talk pregame. We will have some stuff coming up about the off season, trades, coaching hires, and all that stuff, because there's no way after getting swept by the Boston Celtics, first time that's ever happened against this team. All the times we played this team in the playoffs, the very first time we got swept by the Boston Celtics, 4-0. The Celtics beat us in game 4 to sweep us 110 to 106. The score wasn't that close. They had their largest lead was 17. I mean, what can we really say? We shot 26% again from 3. It's just not good. It's not good. You can't shoot 26% from 3 as an NBA team. Being in the NBA, you should not shoot 26. And if it happens once in a while, it's okay. But when you have back-to-back games shooting 26%, you're not going to win. Close game in game 3. The end was close, but no. You can't shoot 26% and expect to win a game. Joel Embiid drops 30. Tobias Harris had 20. He finally made a 3 in this series. How do you play 3 games as the second player who gets getting a max and not make 1 3-pointer? What's going on, everybody who's jumping in here? Brokey 711, Goat James. Hey, it is what it is. Bring out the brooms. I mean, there's no denying it. There's no denying that at all. Make that 8. What do you mean? Coming has been 7 minutes, Mike. My bad. Like I said, had to take care of something. I got a phone call. Well, at least I don't have to suffer crying anymore. Oscar Lou, nice profile picture. But yeah, Fly Eagles TV, what's going on? Philly Ace, what's going on? Barn 5 said he's gone. It is definitely inevitable. And shout out to my guy, Smokeless YT. I did find out that he was the guy who made it, the diss track on Bret Brown and had me, DJ, RB in it. I guarantee if Neto didn't play at all, we win. Hey, 4 games, twice he played. Like I said, man, it was a really bad series. It just sucks to be the first time ever getting swept by the Boston Celtics, and of course, it comes under Bret Brown. I'm sorry, I knew you guys were getting swept. Hey, it is what it is. Just depressing, bro. Anthony MCMX, I agree 100%. Like, Bret Brown, after game 3, is smacking chairs going into the locker room. I think it's a little bit too late to be the smack the chair guy. Like, you can't do that. Where was this post-pandemic, in the bubble, the first 8 games, the game 1, game 2? Where was this energy that you so-called just got? Like, it's just because he knows his job is on the line. Bret Brown is fired tomorrow. Hey, I don't even know if it's going to take that long. Carol Poole, what's going on? Another channel member in the building said, rough. Yeah, it is. It is. We got Eagles to look forward to in 20-some days, so I'm with that. This team will look completely different next season, guys. Trust me, it will. Starting with our leader, the guy who's supposed to have the identity for this team, Bret Brown will be replaced ASAP. If it's up to me, the dude got to find his own way home from the bubble. He's not traveling with the team. Sorry. Shout out to Tobias Harris for being tough enough to come back in the game. I never question his toughness, but I do question the fact that he got a max contract as a guy who should be a solid 3, a solid 4, a role player, a good guy, but not for what we're paying him. What's going on, Ryan Rowe? Keep your head up, dude. You already know. I mean, being swept, though, does hurt, especially against the Boston Celtics, just for the simple fact is, like, it's never been done before. And now that's another thing on Bret Brown's resume. I don't know where he's going to get a job. Maybe he goes back on Popovich's coaching staff. What's going on, BLSG? Yes, sir. You guys got the sweep. Like I said, I put this picture up, the same thumbnail after game 2. I didn't think you guys were going to sweep. I thought we were going to get at least get 1. Joel is gone. Mark my words. Interesting. Bret Brown, without a doubt, is gone. Facts. There's no ifs, and or buts. Once you start getting all the media, I'm talking about the national media, you get the Stephen A's, the Nick Wrights, all these guys saying it too. And that's why he showed that energy in game 3. pushing the chair out the way. Bret Brown is not that dude. He's not the push the chair, get in your face type dude. He's the let the team walk all over him. Let the team walk all over him. Yeah, Horford, Bret Brown, Tobias need to go. That's a three-piece. That fall was scary, to be honest. Yeah, it definitely was. Like I said, I never have anything to say about his toughness. It's just the fact that you're not going to be able to win with Tobias Harris being your second best player. Horford was Celtics' problem. Now it's Sixers' problem. Hey, I mean, he was better with you guys because of the picking and popping. You know what I mean? I hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you very much. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do Eagles and Sixers content. We do live streams. We do regularly scheduled programs, and you know how it is. And also smash that like button. It really helps. It takes 1 second and it's free. New coach, keep Ben at the 4. Lose Big Al. We get next year. We good next year. Hey, I hear you. I was a big fan of moving Ben Simmons to the 4. You can still give him the ball in transition because he's one of the best players in transition in the NBA, not just on the Sixers. But you could do that with the 4. But him playing next to Joel Embiid would work. Again, will he shoot? Will he not shoot? Will another coach get that out? I would like it, but that's not my biggest priority. I just like when Ben Simmons is aggressive. When he's aggressive, the Sixers are good. Bret Brown needs to be fired, and we will need a new head coach for the Sixers. Facts. The broomstick by the virtual fans was straight up disrespect. Yeah, definitely was. But hey, we owned it. We came out and had a bad performance. Now, game 1 was close. Game 3 was close. Game 2 was ouch. And they had the largest lead at 17 today, but it wasn't as close. I mean, we fell apart in the third quarter. Again, here comes Neto. We only scored 19 points in the third quarter. We had a Tobias Harris scare in the third quarter. Shoot 26% from 3, and you will not win an NBA game. The Blazers beat the Lakers. Game 1. Why? Shot 23%. If you're in the 20s at 3 in a 3-point making league, you lost. Max, the Bret Brown hater, fire BB. Yeah, let's not even say Bret Brown no more. It's BB. That's it. BB. No more saying his full name. He don't get that much respect. NFL reporter with Shane, what's going on? What's going on? Jair Williams, the team sucks. Full rebuild on the way. Full rebuild. Interesting. I think everything needs to be discussed except for Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. And again, now if a crazy offer comes on the table, I will consider anything. You got to consider everything. But I need to see Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid with a new coach before I can go ahead and get rid of them. At least the Flyers are making Philly proud. Yeah. And the one thing I always say is my brother tried to get me into hockey, but that's the one sport I don't really watch at all. I'll watch me some Phillies baseball. I definitely watch me Sixers basketball and Eagles football. But hockey, I'll call myself a Flyers fan if I had to pick one, but I really just don't know about it. Y'all going home? SVGs, please. Hey, I'll take it. At the end, when Elton Brand left, he was like, Bret, you messed up big time. Yeah. Elton, we got to consider getting rid of Elton Brand too, because he was the mastermind behind this 6'10" lineup. Bret was so loved. I told y'all he was a clown. So loved. You told us when? A while ago? Sorry, the thing just jumped on me big time. If I missed your comment, just go ahead and re-comment it. I'm trying to find where I was. I messaged you on Twitter and was like, better see you streaming after y'all got swept. Hey, I hear you, my guys. It's all good. You know what I mean? Yeah. And for those who want to check me out on Twitter, it's at Philly_Mike25. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Much respect to Tobias, but this still a pathetic showing from the Sixers. Yeah, look. You can't get swept by a team who never swept you. Like, we played you guys enough in the series. We got you guys definitely have our number in the playoffs. But you gotta win one game just for respect. But this is just another reason that there's no way you can allow Bret Brown to remain a second longer than he should. They should already be firing him. Don't even call him. Just send him a text. You know what I'm saying? Something light. What's going on, Kevin Corrin? Hey, Brett Brown, get the dance. You about to lose your job. Oh yeah, you about to lose your job. That junk was funny. Team can't score late and doesn't have that main guy like other teams do. Yeah. As you see Jimmy Butler over there closing things down for the Miami Heat, up 3-0. Sorry, bro. Would you do Embiid for Bagley / Healed and 2 first rounders picks 14 in next year's? Nah, I can't do that. Bagley's pretty good. Young guy, growing. Buddy Hield is good too, but he's a free agent, so I don't know how they would trade him. They would have to sign and trade him, but I can't do that. I need a little bit more for Embiid. In the 14th overall pick, who knows what that is? Sixers are terribly ran organization, no denying. Kind of the opposite of the Eagles. Yeah, our top of the organization is respectable. You got Howie Roseman and Jeff Lurie. They know what they do. They make great business decisions, and can't say that for the other side. Brett Brown must be fired. Facts. Do you think having Ben Simmons would have really made a difference? We wouldn't got swept in the sense that I think his on-ball defense is, like I said, he made the All-NBA team. He's a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year, steals leader. His presence, being able to put the one thing we didn't see at all this series was no type of transition basketball. Everything we did was in the half court set, no transition, no running, and that's where Ben would have got us. Even though he's playing the 4, when the rebound happens, if it's a fast break that you can take, you get Ben Simmons the ball in transition and you go. You outlet the ball to Ben Simmons, let him go to work. That's why you call a point forward. It wouldn't have made a big difference. I do not think we could have beat the Boston Celtics with Brett Brown and this roster, but I do believe his on-ball defense would have been good. He guards Tatum really well. If you go back in the season, and I know it's just a season, look at his numbers against Ben Simmons. He did get him one game, but he's definitely a great defender, but probably not. What up, Mike? Man, Brett Brown didn't even make it a competitive series, if you want to call it that one. That one-dimensional plays, bro. Wow. Oh, yeah, one-dimensional plays. Yeah, I mean, game 3 was close, but it is what it is. He sent my condolences. Hey, shout out to my guy Jalen Williams and Lawrence James, LMBLSG channel members in the building. We at least got the Eagles to be happy about coming up in 20 days. Sixers have to go through their growing pains before all of that talk about championship. You don't just win because the media says you're contenders. Eddie, that's facts. But growing pains to me is like the team has it. They just need something else. If you can, I know a lot of people are going to say that once we get a new coach, we should be better. We still need to shape up this roster a little bit. No, if the Sixers can accomplish one of these two, we have to get out of either Tobias Harris' contract or Al Horford's. I would like to get out of both, but being realistic, I don't think it's going to happen. But we have to at least see one change. One. If we get one done in the offseason, that would be big. Dang, it jumped on me again. Can you give me a wrench? Let me get you a wrench. I got to go to YouTube on my phone. Give me a second. Eagles has landed. Gotta sweep Brett Brown out of here, just as we were swept out of this joke of a series. Yeah, definitely. Trade Tobias Shake, 2 first rounds pick for Buddy Hield. He's I thought so. We don't have to trade. We have to just sign him. I don't know how much money he'll cost. We might end up giving him a max contract because we like to hand them out. We got to shake Doodoo Brown ASAP. You already know. I'm not a hockey guy either. I don't get that excitement. I feel you. Tobias Harris and Al Horford just got robbed. Just robbed a bank. Yeah, definitely did. I'm glad it's finally over now to get rid of the coach and manager. Lawrence Tally, you've been saying it all along too. Embiid is soft as those grapes he was eating a couple years ago. Good luck next year, bro. Hey, I hear you. Go mess with Philly Mike on Twitter. Shout out to you, my guy Nate. That Kawhi quadruple bounce was more heartbreaking than this. This is like whatever, yeah, because the Kawhi loss was like boom. You know, we knew what was happening. After game 2, we kind of felt the writing was on the wall. They just robbed the bank. You already know. MB/Shim is not going anywhere. Gotta get that nonsense out of here. I agree, Wilson. There's no way we trade these guys until we see what they look like with a new. I think the fact Uncle Al was out there out of his natural position, you can move him around, but you need to that now while you can pitch that to teams. Exactly. You got to show that Al Horford still has it if we're going to try to move that contract. And B for Siakam and Van Vliet. Yikes. I mean, they both ballers, but I just can't say move Embiid until I see him under a more just a better coach. I mean, we're not going to get Phil Jackson or Greg Pop or a Brad Stevens type, but anybody who's going to just have a different philosophy is going to be better than our guy, BB. We need to invest in Simmons real rap. Hey, hopefully this surgery, I mean, like, Simmons was being durable for the longest time. I mean, he was hurt his rookie season, and then he started getting healthy, and now, who knows how he's going to be after the surgery. Hopefully it's not nothing crazy. But, hey, I'm a big Ben Simmons supporter. I just want to see these two flow and grow under a new coach. I'm disappointed. They should at least got one win. Yeah. But, hey, they get one win. Maybe they're able to weasel Brett Brown back, and so I want to make sure it's a no way, no how type deal. Shout out to Lucas. Let me get that guy a wrench real quick. Hey, comment again. Never mind. I got you. Dang, I gotta sneeze. All right, let's get it. If I missed your comment, just redo it. Like I said, I'm gonna jump down to the definitely disappointing, but we will rebuild and be ready for next year. Get rid of BB and Horford and improve the roster over the offseason. We'll be back for next year. Sixers for life. Hey, shout out to you, my guy. I liked how you coming into this. Hey, we got to look on the bright side some way. It'd be different if it wasn't fixable. It is. And it starts with getting rid of Brett Brown. We need to have a coach who's going to give this team a legit identity. Tobias Harris needs to go for Al Horford as well. Simmons said it earlier this season. We are too soft. We need some dogs. Yeah, definitely soft, like I said. But when you talk about being soft, having a bad coach, you still got to knock down your shots. Like, we shot 42%, which is good overall, but only scoring 26% of your threes in a miss or make 3-point league, it's not going to cut it. There's no way Al Horford fell down to his level after he left the Celtics. This is disgraceful. And yeah, funny, DJ Eastwood says sometimes that conspiracy theory or Horford came to us to make sure we don't do what we got to do. Does Elton Brand get a pass? Nah, we got to really consider him too, because of he was the main guy who put this roster together. What's going on, Asia Robinson? Shout out to you coming through. Like she says, the Flyers are at least playing good. I'm done with Embiid right now. He has to show me something other than in the season. Interesting. I will agree. When I did the live stream with RB post game after game 3, although I didn't like the plays that Brett Brown ran, I mean, Embiid had the ball twice, had a turnover and a block, and they both led to 3 points plays. Down and one, and then the clear path foul that Tatum made one of 2 free throws, and then Kemba came in and put out Horford. So that, like, Embiid got to take responsibility for that. What's with Tobias Harris? Oh, he fell on his head, and he had to get stitches on his eye. And they checked him for a concussion, but he came back in. So what happened? You said, yeah. What Sixers other than Brett Brown need to leave this team, starters and bench? Like I said, I don't believe you're going to be able to get rid of both Al Horford and Tobias, but you got to try. It's not that Tobias ain't good, but he's getting paid to do something he can't do. He can't be a number 2, and we're handicapping ourselves paying him that money. So you got to try to get that away. The only people I'm really interested in bringing over to a 2021 new coach team is maybe Alex Burke, because he'll be cheap. He's a veteran. Matisse Thybulle, maybe Shake. We got to bring some people over, but the rest of the guys can go. Just like Brett Brown and a home run out of here. Take care, Mike. Appreciate you, my guy, for stopping by. Yeah. I know we lost, but we kind of won. Brett Brown might be going. Yeah, if you're looking in that sense, we had to hit the rock We had to hit rock bottom to fix it. I agree. If we somehow pass the Celtics or something like that, then Brett Brown weasels his way to another contract. So listen, I never like to lose at all. I'm a competitive guy. Eagles recently won a Super Bowl. Sixers, contenders for the last couple years. But we got to make sure that we just go forward from this. And the best thing to do is to get rid of Brett Brown right away. Right away. We got to start investing in guards this offseason. Yeah, that's a big problem we have. We have too many big guys, not enough guards, not enough shooting. With Elton Brand, the 76ers always seem to make good trades / signings, but things wouldn't work out because of the coaching and the fit. I agree. Remember, the reason we lost Jimmy Butler is because he did not want to play with Brett Brown. People think that the Sixers picked Tobias Harris over him. That is not true. We lost we lost Jimmy Butler because he didn't want to play with BB. And so we settled for Tobias Harris. Philly Jackson, a middle-aged man, shouldn't have to be. They need Mark Jackson for head coach. Check dollar bill. I'll co-sign that. I like Alex Burke, though. I agree. And I think he'll be a cheap veteran. We get a new coach and Ben Simmons still doesn't shoot. We have to trade him and get a real number 2 option for Embiid. I would trade anyone except Ben and Joel for D-Book. I love me some D-Book. You guys should trade for Andrew Wiggins. He's okay as like a 3rd option, 4th option, but we're looking for some other. I don't know. He might be another Tobias. What's good, Philly Mike? It's time for a reset. I'm ready. Facts, man. I wish I could just play your thing right now. Boop. Shout out to Smokeless YT for the Brett Brown diss track. If you have not checked him out, go check his channel out. Type his name in, Smokeless YT. He definitely does some Sixers stuff, and he has a fire Brett Brown diss track on his page. He's the one who I got that from, but I didn't get it from him. Somebody sent it to me from a fan page. I thought the series would be Celtics in 6. Hey, it would have been a lot more respectable that way. We need a true motivator, someone who can scheme for our stars. Exactly. Yeah, Asia. It wasn't good. He laid on the floor for a little bit. Definitely. Hey, I'm happy I got the poll right that you put up last week. I called it a sweep. Sixers winning 0 games. You definitely did. I had a poll on my community chest. Yeah, for those who are subscribed to my channel, make sure you have it where you can see posts and stuff, because I do a lot of polls where I ask you guys to vote on certain things. But like I said, shout out to the 90 people who are in here. Smash that like button. It really helps the stream out. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We do both Sixers and Eagles content, live streams, and regularly scheduled programs. Eagles will be here in a couple days. Let's get it. Remember, BB was a big voice in promoting Brand, and then entire squad wasn't fired. They all got to go, including Josh Harris. Josh Richardson, you mean? Oh, Josh Harris, I know who you're talking about. My bad. Now the Celtics have to play a team next. Yeah, well, that should be a good series. The Raptors and the Raptors against the Celtics. There are so many things wrong with this roster and coaching. I don't know if it will take one season to fix. I agree. The guy who gets the job next, we can't judge him right away for the simple fact Al Horford, Tobias might be here, which is going to hamper. But here's the thing. We had the most wins at home. So even though this roster is poorly constructed, the proof is you can win with it. I'm not saying you can win. There's not things that can make it better. Definitely. We need more guard play. We need more shooters. We need people who are not 6'10". That's what we need. But the proof is we did win the most home games in the NBA. And that right there, you can see where coaching played a big part in that. If you're the number 1 team in the NBA at home and one of the worst teams on the road, it's all up here. It's all preparation. It's all coming from the guy who's supposed to lead you guys, which is supposed to be the head coach. So definitely a problem. Al Horford contract is a sticky issue, as it will be hard to trade him. I agree. My biggest thing in this offseason is to try to move one of Al Horford or Tobias Harris, preferably Al Horford. Are y'all talking to each other? Like I said, it just jumped on me again. Oh, we good. Jeff Van Gundy, Jason Kidd, Tyrone Lue, many good heads out there for coaches. Yeah. Even a guy like Mark Jackson, who I don't know if he will come back, but there's a lot of good candidates out there. Did you see Elton Brand leave the game before it was done? He knows. I mean, Brett Brown knows he's going to get fired, but I think Elton Brand's like, dang, I might be either next or I'm close. I'm on a hot seat too. Remember that time our old general manager made a burner account to defend his shirt selection? I have no faith in our team will make the right decisions. Yeah, Dylan. I mean, it is a very frustrating. I mean, to watch this team lose for so long, to get talent, to watch the ball bounce 4 times from Kawhi Leonard, to see Jimmy Butler, JJ Redick, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, all on the same team. And then to just lose the dog who did so much for us. Like, it's unfortunate. Horford, Matisse in a first round for Chris Paul. It has to happen. Interesting. So he's trying to get rid of Matisse. Matisse, again, I would love for him to be that 3-and-D guy. Now, Chris Paul, that's a move you make if you're trying to win now. You're just trying to get a win now. You're definitely going to stunt the growth of this team for the future, but that's a win now move. And you have to give someone up like Matisse to try to take back what Horford is. Like I said, no team wants to trade for that, but they might do that deal to say, we get at least a first round or we get Matisse. You're not going to be able to trade Horford straight up. Someone asked Brett Brown, has he done good enough? And he said, don't ask me that. Yeah, I mean, the frustration is going to come out for him. I mean, the next couple post games he has, not a couple, it's the last one, but, all the questions are going to come out. You're pretty much done, right? And how do you answer that? Celtics calling timeouts and challenges with 40 seconds left piss me off. Yeah, like, bro, the game's over. Chill out. I mean, we did have a little push at the end, but come on, my guys. CJ McCollum would be a great, but it's highly unlikely. Yeah, listen, Zach LaVine's a free agent. Buddy Hield's a free agent. I think Zach LaVine is hard. I don't see that scenario where we get him. Buddy Hield, it's going to be hard too. The way the Sixers are because of Tobias and Al Horford, we have to get cheaper role players. There are shooters out there that are not great players, but what they can do is give us a necessity that we need, a real need in shooting, and you can get them on discounted price. David Bertans from the Wizards and or Joe Harris from the Nets, both free agents. You get them, catch and shoot guys. I mean, if MB gets doubled and he kicks it out to Joe Harris, he's not missing that. Sixers need that energizer to get the D going. That leads to be better offense. Yeah. And you know who that is? Ben Simmons, who got injured. So we had no fast break points. We had no, points off turnovers like we normally do. And that's because we lost Ben Simmons. We really need a stud. I already know. Mo Cheeks is smart at this after not giving him a chance. Facts. What's good, Philly Mike? What's going on, AB Mood? He's coming at me. He said, we winning at least one game, said Philly Mike. Yeah, I definitely said that. I like Mo Cheeks too. Facts. There are rumors that Ben Simmons might get traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, I heard them, but I don't think so. Are the Sixers management and Phillies management related to each other because they making both your teams look like trash? Fools. Agreed. The Phillies is just as much mismanaged as the Sixers. It's horrible. It's horrible. We should even have to be talking about this. We have become the most talented, unsuccessful team in NBA history. Hey, yeah. I mean, people who get paid to talk basketball had us as contenders. Like, nobody saw the demise of this team just like that. And again, that has to be put on the identity of your team, the leader of your team, the so-called leader, your coach. All these expectations that we can't meet. Why? Mainly because of Brett Brown and the fact that this roster is not that good. Bradley Beal would be crazy. Oh my goodness. Bradley Beal on this team would be legit. Big play, Eagle for life. Ben Simmons is the star of the team. I don't care what anybody says. We definitely miss Ben Simmons in this series. That's no doubt. Later, Sixers. Hope you guys fire Coach Bret Brown first and trade Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Rebuilding your whole Sixer locker room. By the way, Jimmy's calling Embiid probably now. And yeah, we did see during the season on Twitter, both Jimmy and Embiid, engaging and talking. But like I said, I agree with what you said, except for Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. I got to see him under a new coach. What's up, Mike? We got to make moves. What do you think? Harris and Horford got to go. I agree. It's not going to be easy, but we got to make something happen. Going to have to give up picks if you want to get rid of Al Horford. I agree. Ain't nobody want to take that contract with his age and all that. Fultz is doing well in Orlando. What's going on in the Sixers organization? If you play for the Sixers, something's going to happen to you. Again, like it says, we see how people leave the Sixers and somehow get better, come to the Sixers and somehow get worse. Why? Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are already as talented as they are. Could you imagine them being drafted by a coach like Brad Stevens, Eric Spoelstra, any type of good coach, Greg Popovich? These guys, again, people say if we had Jason Tatum, we all know we pick Fultz over Jason Tatum, but who knows if Jason Tatum would even be this guy under our organization, getting our type of training, getting all this stuff. Like Al Horford comes over here, not the same. Markelle Fultz, he's not great in Orlando, but he's a lot better than what he was over here. He lost total confidence in his shot and everything. How about Glenn Robinson? Is he going or not? That's one of the things, like, because of our cap space and our money, I guess we can keep him, but it's not make or break for me. Watch and learn from a real solid championship quality team. Hey, I hope you guys at least beat the Celtics. Keep Ben, trade Joel. The Bull Philly, what's going on, yo, bro? I think the Sixers will lose me if Bret Brown doesn't get fired. Hey, if Bret Brown don't get fired, the fan base will. First of all, we know how Sixer fans are. We know how all Philly fans are. If this man is able to stay around this offseason, there will be like a riot. There will be a riot from the fans. I would love Embiid plus Ben Simmons with shooters because regardless, you need shooters around those two respectively. But I just can't see Embiid body holding up. Yeah, he only got a couple more years of being high-quality basketball. We shouldn't have to throw away so many assets trading for Butler and Tobias, trying to force this team to mesh instead of building organically. Solo sports, that's true. That's true. The moves we made, are ones that are trying to win now. You are sacrificing a lot for the future. I agree. The city is going to flip next week if Bret Brown isn't fired. I expect riots and chanting. I agree. There's no way he can't get Al for Sixers coach. Oh, AI, Emma. Practice? We talking about practice? Send him B to the Raptors. We can get him working. Interesting. Didn't Mo Cheeks coach in Philly before? Yes. Nah, MB's a crybaby. Come on. Stop. I think we're getting closer to attaining our goal to win a championship. Last year, we were one game from the finals. This year, we were bounced out in the first, but we have to fail in order to succeed. We're going backwards. We're definitely going backwards. We had a great roster last year. This year, the roster is not good. The coaches are not good. The team was injured. Ben Simmons was injured. Joel Embiid was injured. Now Ben Simmons injured again. Like, can't win that way. JJ Redick and Marco Bellinelli were good shooters for the Sixers. Correct. JJ over there playing for the Pelicans. He left as soon as he got the chance. And Marco Bellinelli is sitting on the Spurs bench. He's sitting on the Spurs bench, not getting play. but we're over here playing Furkan Korkmaz and Howell Neto. What? Bro, Marco Bellinelli is not great, but he's sitting on the bench getting DMP'd as the Sixers release Trey Burke. You see what he's doing with the Mavs. Keep Furkan Korkmaz and play Howell Neto in the playoffs? How about Mario Shayok? Is he going or not? I mean, he never amounts to anything. Get him out of here. What up, Philly Mike? What's going on, Bobby OMG? Should have kept Fultz, kept Mikal Bridges as a good wing. Listen, Mikal Bridges, that just destroys me. In the bubble when we played the Suns, I think he dropped 21 points on us. And that's what I had to watch. I had to watch a guy who should be on the Sixers, being a spark plug off the bench, maybe even start, drop 21 points on us. Not sure who us out there needs shooters bad and a point guard. This team is so frustrating. Coaching options, I like Mark Jackson's thoughts. Mark Jackson's a good one. I'll be interested in hearing out Jason Kidd, maybe Kenny Atkins, even Lou. I mean, I'll be interested in hearing all these guys out. But Mark Jackson is the first one that comes to mind to me just because I saw what he did building the Warriors with Jerry West and then letting Steve Kerr take over. If I'm Embiid, I'm screaming like a steaming hot pot to the clueless shooters on our team. You already know. And it jumped on me crazy to go all the way up here. Hold up. At least I can look forward to my guy Carson Wentz this season. Yes. Definitely got that going good for us. And it's great that, basketball season's over for Sixers fans. And football's right around the corner, so we don't have to hold our head down too low. Now, there is a lot of Sixers fans in this chat that don't rock with the Eagles. Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. The first thing the Sixers did wrong was not hire DRJ early for manager. What up, y'all? How y'all day going? We all chilling. What's going on with everybody in here? A chance for a dynasty 3 times. Man, Foles, but traded away because Bret Brown coaches Jimmy, but Bret once again and could have drafted Bridges. Yeah, it's just a bunch of craziness. It's hard to build organically with the draft picks you get when you go to the playoffs. That is true. Yeah. Basketball is always like that. You do get some steals in the second round and late first, but it's not the same as football. Bret a clown? Facts. How about Norvell Pell? Is he going or not? I like him as a rim protector. I mean, if you want to eventually we get rid of Al Horford, Kyle O'Quinn, you're going to need a backup center. I like his defense. I like his hustle. He's definitely going to be cheap. I'll keep him. I like Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, Tyrone Lue, Kenny Atkins, and Allen Iverson as 3 head coaches candidates. Hey, I would love me some AI. Practice? That thumbnail's great. Hey, yeah. We got swept. It is what it is. First time ever by the Boston Celtics. Take that on your head for your resume, Bret Brown. Like, come on, bro. Anyways, I had to sweep up Bret Brown, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, Howell Neto, Furkan Korkmaz, and Joel Embiid and Ben are like, we out. Let's get up out of here. What about Scott? Not really. I mean, his catch and shooting abilities are going down. I mean, he's not. Pretty much everybody's expendable after them too. But you're going to have to keep some pieces because you got to have 11 players. Every team went small with more shooting. And for some reason, we didn't. Why did the Sixers go big with no shooting? Exactly. We thought we could outsmart the whole NBA. Bret Brown legitly said something about playing back like 1999. Come on, Bret. I think Ben is going to go MJ mode next year. Hey, I wouldn't be mad. I don't even need to see him shoot threes. Just shoot jump shots. And even if he doesn't shoot, just stay aggressive the whole year. Don't just disappear certain games. Should the Sixers sign Michael Beasley this offseason? He will be good help. Will Bret Brown be fired at the end of the day? He should have got the text message already. Not even a phone call. He should have got text, bro. Fired. Nice knowing you. 7 years, bro. For real, 7 years. See ya. And oh, by the way, you have to find your own way home from Orlando. Sorry. We don't got no room on the plane. Who can the Sixers sign to make a difference? That's what I'm saying. It's going to be hard. We're handicapped by the Al Horford contract and Tobias contract. There's not many superstars in free agency this year. You got to get role players who can shoot. I mean, I'll be interested in getting a guy like Joe Harris, David Bertans, because if you have Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid being the focal point of your team, even if you can just get rid of Al Horford and we have to keep Tobias can't really get rid of his max contract. So if we could somehow get rid of Horford, I would get some shooters, maybe David Bertans, Joe Harris. Buddy Hield is a free agent. I would love to get him. I just don't know how we could work out the contract on that. Bully gang, fly Eagles fly. You already know, drummer. Appreciate you, my guy. I know we talking about the Sixers, but I like the way the Eagles season's about to look. I can see us 10-6 or 11-5. Hey, big play, Eagle for life. Stay tuned. If you're, I don't know if you're new to the channel or not, but make sure you hit that subscribe button because when I get off here, I'm going to be hitting up my guys who we do the Battle Birds podcast. We're going to go in for a couple hours about the Eagles, probably like an hour after this stream. So come back and we're going to be talking all the Eagles. Which teams would you take Horford with that contract? Which teams would take Horford with that contract? I don't know. But to get rid of him, you're going to have to make the deal pretty tempting. So you're going to have to give Horford maybe a pick or two, or a Horford or one of our other guys who hold value for somebody who's like, if we trade away Horford because of that contract, we're not going to be able to get what we want. It's not like we're going to be able to trade Horford for a player we can use right away that is good, because they're going to say, why would I do that? Why? Why would you trade your third pick to the Celtics for a first pick and choose Fultz over Tatum? Honestly, the dumbest decisions I've ever seen in sports history. That is facts. Tatum is a star. He's a rising star. If we had Jason Tatum, his pull-up ability, his ball handling ability, his coming off the screens, if we had a guy like Tatum play alongside Joel Embiid, it will be a baby version of Shaq and Kobe. Now, again, I'm not saying it'll be Shaq and Kobe, but it'd be a baby version of Shaq and Kobe. But we don't got him. If LaMelo goes to the Charlotte, Sixers need to get Devontae Graham. I like Devontae Graham. Ben is going to go MJ mode. Y'all fans are smoking. Barkley would be a tough coach. Definitely. But he ain't going to leave TNT. How about Howell Nettle? Get him out of here. Who can, to make a difference. Like I said, we're not going to be able to sign no big free agents. It's going to be really rough. Elton Brand, sorry, Bret Brown. No, sorry. We're done with you. You have a nice life. We don't have a spot for you on the plane. Bye, Bret. Bye, Brown. Where you hiding? A bum. I saw you call timeout down 3 possessions with 6.5 seconds to go. Hey, where you hiding? I agree with you, my guy. Joe Harris has a chance to play with Irvin and KD. He's not leaving Brooklyn unless they lowball him. You're right. And listen, the Nets are going to be dirty next year. That team is already pretty good without them. I'm talking, you got great role players. Karis LeVert is a great role player. Joe Harris, if he signs back, great shooting. Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared Allen. Then you put guys like KD and Kyrie in the lineup. It's going to be great. Horford on the Warriors or Suns wouldn't make nice. Hey, take him. I'm going to def be there. Shout out to you, my guy. You guys should trade for James Johnson. I'm back. What, did I miss anything? We just chopping it up. We pretty much came off the Celtics thing. We're trying to think about the future. We're trying. Bundle some picks with Horford. The only thing you can do with that kind of contract. That is true. Dr. J said the same thing about Tatum. Facts. It's sad, man. You only can dream with this team. Yeah. Hey, I played 2K last night. They look good in 2K. I play some 2K. I play some Madden. That's the only real games I do. But they look good in 2K. If only I can hook the controller to the TV and play them. Then today, the whole series. Kill me with the find your way home, Brett Brown. Keep Joel Ben Shake, Burks, Thibault. All the rest are trash. Tatum and DK Metcalf, 2 Philly sports drops. All bad. Yeah, that hurt. You're right. Tatum is the bigger hurt. But we took JJ Arcega-Whiteside. JJ Arcega-Whiteside over DK Freak Metcalf. Speed, toughness, athleticism. One of the biggest knock on him were his cone drill was so bad. He can't get in and out of his breaks. He's too big. He's too fast. He can't cut. Well, that was wrong. That was wrong. Harris is still young. Could make it work with him. Hopefully we get rid of Horford's contract. Probably going to have to be 3 or 4 team trade with players and picks. Just don't want to lose Matisse. I hear you. Devontae Graham is a piece needed. Facts. Ball handling guard. How about Howell Neto? He's out of here. As a Sixers fan, I'm ultimately lost. The past 3 years have been heartbreaking. We should scratch everyone but Joel. Yeah, man. Lil Mark 3. It's been a rough 3 years. Having the potential we have there and not being able to produce this year wasn't as bad because we saw the writing on the wall. We saw Brett Brown be horrible in certain situations. We kind of knew we weren't going to beat Boston, especially losing Ben and having to fight through Brett Brown's coaching. But last year was really bad. We had a good roster. Joel Embiid was playing at such a high level. Jimmy Butler was the dog on our team that we needed. And we lost by a quadruple bounce. Like, that was rough. Has to turn it off. Fringe painful to watch these clown Sixers. Yeah, man. But we knew no matter how frustrated they get, we know the Sixers are playing and we're watching. What about Danny Green? He can't even make shots for the Lakers, my guy. Bye-bye, 76ers. Bye-bye, Brett Brown. Bye-bye, Big Al. Bye-bye, Richardson. Hello, Zach LaVine. Joe Harris. Welcome back, Redick. Get it done. If that could happen, that would be beautiful. But it will be it's going to be hard to make that happen. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside was a beast in college, though, but this isn't Eagle Stream, but I don't know too much about the Sixers. A shout out to my guy, Nate. We will be doing Battle Birds podcast in a couple hours, so we're going to talk about J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. He's going to be a part of that. Elton about to tear this whole team apart. I just hope the organization does not get rid of one of Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons prior to getting a new coach. You know what's funny? I was playing my career on NBA 2K, and I won 68 games with the Sixers, and yes, BB was the coach. What position you play? Or, what position were you on the Sixers? Y'all can have KCP. He sucks here in LA. Yeah. I mean, do I really want him? Not really. I think that Jimmy Buckets was the piece we needed, but he left because of Bret. Exactly. Brett Brown gets fired last year. We have a possibility of keeping Jimmy Butler. We get rid of Tobias Harris. We probably keep JJ Redick. We never sign Al Horford, and the team is looking a lot better. I don't think Joel will stay for a complete reconstruction. Yeah, if we do something like that, a guy like Joel Embiid, who only has about 5 more years of his body, he needs a win now team. Ain't much to say about the Sixers. Joel needs some serious cardio training. I get he's a tall guy, but he's not Shaq. He's not a huge built guy. He gets way too tired and makes me mad. He was gassed. That was partly why he threw the turnover in game 3 and just tried to go up on that soft shot against Cantor because he was gassed. Only if the Sixers could bring back most of the former Sixers that still play to play with Embiid and Simmons, bring back Lou Williams. Oh my gosh, I wish we had Lou Williams. Kyle Korver, Andre Iguodala. Hey, We bring back Lou Will, Drew Holiday. I mean, I hear you with Iguodala and Evan Turner, but just Lou Will and Drew Holiday on this team would be great. It would fill the biggest part that we're missing. Ball handling guards who can shoot. 26% from the three today. Game 3, 29%. Actually less, 29% from the whole field. Like, it's just disgusting. Biggest draft mistake, J. Jaw over DK and Debo Markel over JT. Jalil over the Unicorn. All horrible decisions, exactly. We're going right up around an hour. Probably right around an hour I will be getting off because I do have the Battle Birds podcast that we're going to be doing shortly. So let's get a couple more questions in. Did you notice Brown wanted all these international players once? One Brown good, other Brown straight bad. Hey, yeah. I mean, I don't know why he doesn't like. Why did he play Raul Neto in game 2 over Alex Burke? Like, that is a no-no. Alex Burke was your most hottest player in the bubble, dropping around 18 to 20 points, and you decide to do that? Nah. Zach LaVine next to Ben Simmons would be deadly. Yeah. A guy, Zach LaVine is coming into his own. He can create his own shot, ball handling guard. His dunking ability is just great. You got high-flying Ben, high-flying Zach LaVine, who also will shoot. That's good stuff. What time y'all doing it? Probably around, I'm gonna say maybe around 6. I played small forward. That's what's up. I'm about to play 2K. I'm going to trade everybody on the Sixers. Tobias would have been great fit for the Mavs. Yeah, probably, because you got the scoring responsibility on Luka and the Unicorn, and he could fit in his third man role. And they probably would have never paid him a max contract. I don't know what they talking. I don't know what they talking, Mike. Elton got to go too. Look at those Horford Tobias contracts. I agree. Elton Brand was part of this crazily constructed roster. So Bret Brown is the first one that has to go. But I am considering saying, Elton, you might have to go too, my guy. How about Furkan? Is he going? Get him out of here. Ben Simmons is probably one of the fastest guys in the league at 6'10 guard forward. Yeah, I mean, he's still probably the best guy in transition in the NBA. That's why even if he's playing a 4 spot, you still outlet the ball to him. When we are running a half court set offense, you need a different point guard. But when we are running a fast break, let Ben Simmons go. Do you think we could trade Big Al, Thibault, in a 2021 first round pick to get us Zach LaVine? That will be tough. I mean, Matisse, I don't want to get rid of him, but that will maybe make the Bulls like, a 3-and-D guy, the 2021 first round pick, even though if we win, it will be later. Well, it's going to be later. Big Al, I think that hurts the trade. I don't think they'll do it. Would I do it? Heck yeah. But I don't think they'll do it. You know, when they double Giannis, he doesn't worry about it because he has a team that can shoot. Correct. And that's what happens. They pretty much sent so many doubles to Joel Embiid, Shake Milton, Tobias Harris, Josh Richardson, Alex Burke. All these guys had open threes. It's different. If I'm not going to be as mad if they're missing contested threes. They're missing wide open threes. 26% from three-point line. You're not going to win that game. I don't care who you are. That's exactly why the Lakers lost game 1 against the Blazers, because they shot like 23%. That's trash. Do you think Horford cares that he just got swept by the team he left, or is he all about the money? I think he cares. I think, look, throughout this whole series, Bret Brown knew the writing was on the wall. He's getting fired. Guys like Al Horford knew that every Sixer content creator, every Sixers fan is calling for me to get traded. These guys know. He's like, I was loved by the Celtics. I'm hated by the Sixers, but at least I got a fat check. I do think he cares, though. Looking forward to the Battle Birds podcast. You already know. You guys trade for D'Angelo Russell. He's a baller. I think the Eagles make one more splash, either Clowney or Earl Thomas. We're going to talk about that today. Would you give up Tobias, Al Horford for Christian Porzingis, Jalen, and 3 future for? Oh, wow. Of course. If they did that trade, somebody's getting fired from their organization, though. Young man, you're doing a great job with the podcast. Appreciate you, Lawrence Talley. Much love and respect to everybody in here. Like I said, we still got 83 people in here. Make sure you smash that like button. I greatly appreciate it. It's free. It takes 1 second to click off the live chat, hit the like button, and come back in and chat it up a little bit. And for the Eagle fans in here, come through to the Battle Birds podcast. We're going to talk this week of training camp and more. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do streams and regular videos all the time. How about Ben Simmons, Alex Burks, Kyle Quinn, and Joel Embiid? Is he gone or not? Huh? They're the guys I want to stay, minus Kyle Quinn. We might well wait and get AI son. Interesting. DeMarco Rosen next year. I call him DeKobe, but yeah. DeMar DeRozan. He's not the 3-point shooter I want, but I mean, he's a mid-range assassin. I also ain't happy about how many threes they take when we have a lead. And yeah, missing wide open threes makes me cringe. Yeah, man. Can't be doing that. Trade for Donovan Mitchell, FB Sports. I would love to have Mitchell. This is a guy who dropped 57 points in his first round of the playoffs. Like, the Utah Jazz are going to give the Denver Nuggets some run. They're going to give them. I like the Nuggets in the series, but I think the Utah Jazz is, listen, that boy Donovan Mitchell is no joke. Keep up the hard work, bro. Catch you on the Eagles, John. Shout out to you, my guy. Make sure you smash that like button. Like I said, we, appreciate you guys. Snap, forgot to hit like. I'll do it now. Oh, man, you slacking, my guy. Just gave a fat like. Let's go. But yeah, it's hard. The Sixers got swept for the first time by the Boston Celtics. Swept. Is the podcast on your channel? Yes, it is. It's right here on this channel. It's just I go live for the Eagles once a week by myself, and I go once a week on Saturday normally for the Battle Birds podcast. We pushed it to today instead of Saturday, but throughout the week I put out at least 4 to 5 regular videos on the Eagles or Sixers. Now, these ain't live streams, these are just regular videos, and I go live once or twice. Do you think Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons can coexist together on the same team? Yes, I believe Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons can play together. They can play together. Simmons not shooting does hamper a little bit, but look, if you use Ben Simmons as the main pick and roll guy, if you put him in a dunker spot, if you have them have a two-man game where Ben Simmons goes to the rack, and if the center tries to contest him, he dumps it off to Joel Embiid, that's all going to work. But the other 3 guys on the court have to be able to knock their threes down. If you have Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and then your 3 other guys are guys like a Joe Harris or a ball hand, or like just any type of guy who can run the offense. Because again, in a half court set, I want Ben Simmons at the 4. In transition, I want him with the ball. But you just need some type of shooters. You need B+ shooters at the least around these guys. But I do believe they can coexist. Now, is it true that when Joel is not there, Ben Simmons has a big day? And saying when Ben Simmons is not there, Joel has a big day? Yes, that's true too. Could they benefit for having more shooters? Both of them? Yes. But they definitely can coexist, especially if you get a different philosophy in there. Again, Ben Simmons can guard 1 through 5. You have him down with with Joel Embiid. It's a great duo down low. Great duo. I just got to get a coach in here who can get the most out of him. Celtics Raps thoughts. The Celtics played better than I thought this whole series. Jason Tatum is a problem. I do like Spicy P, Kyle Lowry, and Steady Freddie. It's going to be a tough series. I'm going to go out and say, I'm going to have to say the Raptors. I just think the Raptors defense. NFL season starts in 18 days. Let's go. At least we don't got to hang our head too low for too long because the Philadelphia Eagles, Carson Wentz, is coming out and making a statement this year. So, yeah, I do think the C's are going to play good in that series, but I got the Raptors probably in 7. How about Matisse Thybulle? Is he gone? No. So if you believe that they can play together, then what do they need to do? Like, what changes do you think they should make? It's going to be very hard to trade both Al Horford and Tobias Harris, but that's what it would be. You would need, like, Ben Simmons as your second best player, Joel Embiid as the first best player. If you could have a guy like Chris Middleton or a guy like Bradley Beal or a guy like Zach LaVine, Buddy Hield, CJ McCollum, you need that guy who can create his own shot, who can knock down his threes. That's what you need. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, playing alongside of a guy who's like a David Bertans or Joe Harris, who strictly just catches and shoot. Duncan Robinson from the Heat, Tyler Hero, these kind of guys. I want one ball handling guy who can shoot threes. I want a guy who can just catch and shoot. And then the other guy, I don't really care. Match them with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, and this team is automatically competing. Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, just them two from the Heat, them two young boys from the Heat on the Sixers would be lovely. I think low-key Nickeil Roby-Coleman is one of the best corners. Slot God, he's going to do a lot of stuff. Tree lost for Wall. Tree for what? Luka looking fresh in game 4. Dang, yeah, I wanted to watch that. What's the score? How about Ryan Brokoff? Is he gone or not? I don't really know. Haven't seen much from him, so. Celtics fan, good game to y'all boys. Shout out to you, my guy. Swept us first time ever. That's crazy. I also think that Deshaun is going to have 1,000 yards. He's out for blood. Definitely comeback type season. I really want Zach LaVine. I would love that. Missed the game. Just saw Tobias fall. Mad respect for the man getting back up after that. Yeah, I never questioned Tobias Harris's toughness, but he played a horrible series. Didn't make a 3-point shot for the first 3 games. Like, that's crazy. That Tobias Harris injury, though, yeah, it was tough. I thought he was legit hurt. Are you going to post game thoughts for Eagle seasons? Of course. I pretty much built my channel with the Eagles. Like I said, for those who are new Sixers fans to my channel, for the first half of the season, I couldn't do post games or normal videos because the games are always played at night or 7 o'clock. I watched the whole game and then I had to go out and check my night business. And by the time I got back, I wasn't able to put a post game up because I also work in the morning. So with that being said, I was struggling with that. Then I started to get a routine where I had somebody take care of my night business, was able to post up Sixer stuff, and then boom, the pandemic happened. So I stopped doing that, and then I just got back started. So I'm kind of newish to doing Sixer stuff because of not having time through the early part of the season, and then the pandemic stopped me. But the first week of the season, I started this channel. So this channel's only been out for 11 and a half months. It will be a year in September, but it was starting with the Eagles. There was no basketball. Did the Eagles. Basketball came, couldn't do it. Now we here. But that's all I mess with. Sixers basketball. Sixers, Eagles. Just think we could have drafted Porzingis, Booker, or Tatum. I know. Every time I think about that, it just baffles me. Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Tatum, the unicorn. Now, the unicorn's a guy you could play along Ben Simmons because of his shooting ability. I still wouldn't want to do it too much, but my goodness. Celtics fan question, who would you rather keep, Simmons or Embiid? That's always a hard answer. I want to keep both of them and see how they play with a new coach. However, if you held me to the fire and said you have to answer this question, Joel Embiid. I think Ben Simmons has the longer career, but I would have to keep Joel Embiid. Yeah, so we're going to do a couple more, and then I'm about to bounce up out of here. Maybe watch a little bit of the Clippers games. 64-56 Clippers. Interesting. There you go for telling me. Trade for Bradley Beal for Tobias Harris and 2 first-round picks. If they would do that, I would do that. What up, Mike? What's going on, Eagle season? Celtics versus Raptors will be a legendary series, my bad. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. They both know how to play defense against the guards. I'm interested to see how Tatum responds. I mean, he's a baller. I love your guards. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are legit, but Steady Freddie, Kyle Lowry, Spicy P, they're good too. It's going to be a defensive series. It's going to be tough. But yo, my brother's a Heat fan, and listen, Heat versus Bucks. The Heat might be able to knock the Bucks out. I don't know. How about just trade Harris to Atlanta? They have the cap space and need a veteran starting small forward. Get the 2021 first-round pick for next year. A book of high-quality band. I would definitely consider that. 100%. What time is the podcast? I'm thinking we're going to be doing it around 6 or 6:30. Now it's almost 5, so maybe 6:37. But don't worry, I will put once it goes up, I'm going to post it on my channel at least an hour before we go on, so you can just hit the reminder and you'll be good. I'd give a pick to get rid of Harris. Interesting. How can we get rid of Al? We're going to have to find a team who legitly has a lot of cap space and has a lot of young players. You find a team who has young players, a lot of cap space. You throw the Al Horford pick for something that's not that good. We can't try to trade Horford for a legit player because he's old, he's expensive, and that's just the facts. So we're going to take the worst part of the deal in the Al Horford trade, but we got to get rid of him. We're paying this much money for a backup center who comes in and drops 6 points. You're my favorite YouTuber. Shout out to you, my guy. Appreciate you 100%. Like I said, I've only been doing this for 11 months. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do with this channel. We're going to grow, going to upgrade some of my stuff. But, hey, shout out to all you guys. Sixers, Eagles, that's all I really do. I watch the Phillies, but not really. And like I said, I'm so upset with myself for slacking on the Sixers earlier this season because of my night job. But I'm here to stay for Sixers content and the Eagles content. Like I said, I'm up to 5K subscribers in 1 year. Shout out to you guys. Can't do none of this stuff without you guys. But out of that 5K, I bet you at least 4,500 subbed to me for my Eagle stuff because of the slacking on the Sixers. But we here to stay. Philly is one of the biggest bust teams in NBA history. I was just giving you guys props. I was just saying that I think you guys are going to beat the Celtics. Well, now I changed my mind. Celtics Raptors series is going to be good. Give Raptors the edge because they match up better on the wings and have a deeper bench rotation. And Raptors in 6 or 7. Yeah, I agree. Al needs to go. I agree. I'm gonna be there. I love the Eagles talk more than the Sixers. I hear you. The Celtics, FTW for the win. That's true. I want to see the Celtics get swept by the Raptors. Hey. Winner of the season, Raptors will beat the Bucks if Miami doesn't. For real, for real. Interesting. So you think the winner of this is going to the championship? Who do you guys got coming out of the West? Let me know. Everybody in the chat before I get off, put who you have in the championship. Who's going to represent the East? Who's going to represent the West? Let me know in the comment section. I say we find a way to trade Al for John Wall. He has his problems, but I feel he could be better than Al. If we give up some young assets and Al for Wall, I feel we'd be better in a better position. Hey, Wall's another guy who has a pretty expensive contract, so that could possibly be true. But I just hope if something like that would happen. I mean, he's been really hurt the last couple years. Like, how long has it been since he's even been on the court? Let's go. Get the 10K subs. You already know. Will Bret Brown fly back with the team to Philly? I don't think so. Celtics in 6 versus Raptors. Interesting. LeBron is the GOAT. Oh, yeah. So we got Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. Oh, there we go. Asia Robinson, Lakers, Bucks. Lakers, Heat. There we go. My brother would love that. Clippers versus the C's or the Raptors. And he's a Celtics fan, so he's coming out with just, no biasness. East Celtics, West Lakers. Hey, Celtics, Lakers, that will be crazy because all the battles back in the day. Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. That will be interesting. Clippers, Bucks. Clippers, Celtics. Lakers. Celtics versus Clippers in the finals. Clippers, Bucks. Lakers, Raptors. Lakers, Heat. We not trading Wall for our Wizards, banking on Beal and Wall next year to make a playoff run. Celtics make me mad. Yeah, I mean, after getting swept by them. But, this is the first Lakers Bucks. Lakers Raptors or Rockets Raptors. I swear Harden has a chance. Hey, shout out to the guy who's putting Rockets in there. That's a very hot take. That small ball lineup they got could be a problem. But yeah, when it comes to my thoughts, I like the Clippers, but I think, as we just saw last night, LeBron turned back into playoff LeBron. I think they got questionable role players. KCP, Alex Caruso, Deion Waiters. These are questionable guys, but when it comes down to it, AD, LeBron, they should be able to get it done. So I'm going to take the Lakers in the West. As the East, it's tough. I think the Raptors, Bucks, Heat, and Celtics are all good. I think the Bucks are going to choke again, so I'll take them out. I like the Heat, but they're very young around Jimmy Butler. I would love to see a Celtics Lakers just because rivalry, but I'm probably going to say the Raptors versus the Lakers. That might be my pick. It's tough. What team do you hate the most in the NFL and NBA? The Celtics, I really hate in the NBA. It's just what I do, but I keep it 100. Y'all team is good. In the NBA, it's the Cowboys. I mean, the NFL, it's the Cowboys. Hold this real quick, L. Shout out to you guys. Clippers, Bucks, obviously. I just don't feel Fred is going to do what he's been doing in this round. Interesting. Yeah, Fred, he's young too. Lakers, Miami. Bucks is losing to the Heat. Hey, my brothers says the same thing. I don't think the Celtics can beat the Raptors. That's going to be tough. Bucks losing to the Heat. Oh, we just did that one. Blazers versus Raptors. Whoa. He got the Blazers coming back from a 2-1 deficit to beat the Lakers, to play against, who would they play against? Who would they play against next? Probably the Clippers. That would be tough. We better get Burks back. If he's cheap. Clippers versus Heat in the finals. Hey, the Heat is getting some attention now. But like I said, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It really helps me out. We're going to be doing some interesting stuff about the Sixers upcoming off-season moves and all that stuff. I'm out, but see you at the podcast. You already know. Yeah, we getting off here soon too. Clippers versus Heat. I just said that. Sixers tripping. No lie. We need a fix. That's facts. School starts tomorrow for me. Wow. Oh yeah, we just said that. I don't know why it keeps going back. If the Lakers get PG. If the Lakers get a point guard, they make it into the finals hands down. Yeah. I know LeBron likes to be the guy who holds the ball, but I like to see LeBron off ball and have a scorer's mentality. Sometimes he passes too much. Last thought on the Celtics Raps is Smart will limit. Your last thoughts are Marcus Smart will limit Fred, in my opinion, in your opinion. I agree. Marcus Smart is one of them on-ball defenders that just frustrates people. You got Patrick Beverly, Marcus Smart, Avery Bradley was that guy for the Lakers before he left the bubble. He's definitely going to put some work in on Steady Freddy. Lakers versus Celtics. But for real, though, y'all need to fire Bret Brown and trade Al and Jay Rich and picks for Beal because both teams get better. Hey, I would love that. So basically, we traded Rocco and Sark for Jay Rich, pretty much. Let's go to these birds. Let's go get to these birds. Sixers are done for at least 2 years. I hear you. What would you see? I need some water bad, man. I'm getting to the stutteries. What would be your reaction if Nets actually came back from a 3-0 deficit? That would be crazy. Let me just say this about the Nets. That team is deep. When KD and Kyrie come back next year, and you have Dinwiddie, LeVert, if they sign Joe Harris, Allen, Jordan, and then you throw KD and Kyrie with that, that's tough. Is Rondo coming back? I think he's available to play the next game. He was shooting around 2 games ago, and pre-games. Marcus Smart is a name smart for a reason. He's named Smart for a reason. He's a smart defender. Shout out to everybody in the chat. 61 people still rocking with me. Appreciate all the support from you guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let me say this last one. Today is Kobe Bryant's birthday. Shout out to my guy, Kobe Bryant. Mamba mentality. You should use that mentality every day for whatever you do. It don't got to be sports, but Mamba mentality is real. Shout out to Kobe Bryant. Number 24, number 8, one of the GOATs, one of my favorite players, even as a Sixers fan, right there next to AI. Shout out to him. Sixers need to figure out a way to make a trade for Ja Morant. I don't see them letting him go, but I like me some Morant. Jordan over Kobe? Of course, in the grand scheme of things, but you know what I'm saying? Kobe's that dude, though. I hear you, though. Dinwiddie, a free agent after the season. Wow. So Joe Harris is a free agent and Dinwiddie. I think they'll try to get Dinwiddie back first, though, if anything. But with that being said, if you guys like the Eagles, in an hour or so, I need to drink some water, rest this voice. We're going to come back for the Battle Birds podcast, but it's not going to just be me. You'll have my guys, Philly Fresh and Gate City on here, talking all things Eagles. 18 days. Let's go. I will see you guys on the next one. Shout out to everybody who came in here. Like I said, smash that like button on the way out, and we will have some Sixers off-season videos. Maybe not live streams, but videos and a couple live streams, I guess. On that note, take care and have a good day. Don't think about the sweeping. On that note, you guys know what time it is.